Hello, welcome to this video. My name's Amelia Covert. I'm one of the librarians here at Texas Lutheran University. This is a library orientation video for MBA students, Master of Business Administration. We're going to give you a quick tour of some of the things about the library today, but if you have a specific research question anytime during your program, please feel free to reach out to us. We can do a teleconference, we can do a email exchange, or you can come see us at the Seguin campus. We would love to help with your research. I'll go show you the website, which includes a few of the ways that you can get in contact with us. So this is the library main page, and if you're on my TLU, the TLU intranet portal, an easy way to get to the library page is in this gray quick links menu. You don't need to be logged in, you can just click on TLU Library. And then over here on the right hand side is the Ask a Question tab, which is a really good way to contact us. Click on the Ask a Question, type in your question. It can be about APA citations, it can be about finding the full text of a scholarly article, it can be about finding business data on the open web and evaluating the credibility of different things. We can answer a wide variety of questions about your research. And then you can click on email, especially if it's a little longer, or text message if it's a little shorter question, and hit submit, and then that will get routed to a librarian. Another way to contact a librarian is you'll see this website has the About the Library section in addition to Find Books, Find Articles, and Research Help. So under the About the Library section, there's a library directory with photos of all of the faculty and staff who work here at the library. And there's an email address here, librarian@tlu.edu, that you can always use. They will get routed to a librarian who's best equipped to answer your question. So a few more tips while we're here at the main page before we go looking in a database. In addition to asking a librarian, the next thing I always tell people is don't give up on an article and don't pay for an article while you're a TLU student. So sometimes you'll be browsing around online and see an article, but all you can see is the citation, not the full text, and it says it costs $40 for the full text. So don't pay for it while you're a student. Even if we haven't paid for access for that particular journal, we can almost always help you get the article through the interlibrary loan system, which is working with our network of libraries to send you what you need. So the way to place a request from this main page is to hover over the Make a Request tab here in the left-hand side. Choose ILL request, that stands for Interlibrary Loan, and click on it. Interlibrary loan is a system that public libraries have also, and corporate libraries usually have a way to get things to you, so it's a great service to know that it exists. The electronic things usually come within a few days. They come as a PDF to your email. The book, if you need only a book chapter, not a full book, those usually also will come electronically to your email. So there's a form here that you fill out. Once you get to the bottom of it, you hit submit, and that's your interlibrary loan request. And we're very aware that our upper level students and our graduate students will need to use interlibrary loan most likely, so don't feel like it's an inconvenience. It's part of what we know you'll need and the service we want to provide. And then the third tip while we're here on the main page is this library page is your gateway to our databases and to telling the browser, hey, I'm with TLU, let me in behind these certain paywalls. So start here and click through to the databases by subject or by title, and usually you'll be asked to log in with your last name and your TLU ID number in order to get through from off campus. But once you've done that, a little prefix will be added to your URL that will say, hey, I'm with TLU, let me in to the full text of these things and behind the paywalls. Alright, so those were the 3 tips from this main page. Ask a librarian, don't give up on an article, and start here on this page to be your gateway to the databases. So now we're going to go into first some subject-specific databases and specialty databases, and then lastly we'll go to Primo Discovery, which is a big wide net that includes a whole bunch of different disciplines as well as the library catalog. So under the Find Articles heading, you'll see databases by title, databases by subject. We'll go to databases by subject, and then we'll choose our subject, which is business and economics. This is a long list of databases that might be helpful to you at some point during your career, depending on what you're looking for, in addition to web resources that might be helpful. The little letter I beside them will give more information about what's included in that database. The asterisk indicates that we say it's a key database and a good place to start. So we'll go ahead and click on Business Source Complete, which has the asterisk. Once we went into Business Source Complete, it popped us into this advanced search screen, which is great. We can enter our search terms. We can select a field if we want to get very specific, but if we just leave this blank, it'll do a regular keyword search. Scrolling down under advanced search is cool too, because there are very specific ways we could search and limit our results down by NAICS code, by ticker symbol. So that's one of the advantages of these subject-specific databases, is that they're really tailored to the discipline. I'm going to search for remote work, and then since I'm looking for a specific aspect, usually I combine two different fields together. So I'm going to say management. Maybe you're interested in how to manage people on a team that's working remotely. I'll go ahead and hit search. And it found 3,000 and some results. You can scroll down, you can look at the results, but also look at the filters that are on the left-hand side. With databases, usually you don't want to just trust that the first few results are going to be the most relevant. You want to use the filters and limiters to narrow your scope down. Maybe you want to narrow down your years. Maybe you know that you need a peer-reviewed article or a scholarly article, or maybe you know that you need a trade publication where people in business are talking with each other, not necessarily with scholars. So you can use these filters on the left to narrow things down a lot. Once you are looking at the actual results, you can click on them to get a little more information, which will include the abstract. So the abstract's often really good to read to make sure this is really something you want to go ahead and put the effort into reading the whole thing. You can look at the subject terms. These are the terms that the database has assigned to the topic. So we can actually see from here that Business Source Complete uses the word telecommuting for this concept of remote work or hybrid work. So maybe in a future search, I would say telecommuting in this box instead of remote work, now that I know that it's the preferred term of the database. Over on the left is a link to the PDF full text. If that wasn't there, it might be a link that says, hey, we think we have this article in a different database full text, or it might be an interlibrary loan link if we don't have a full text, if we have only the citation. And then over on the right are a bunch of tools, including email it to yourself. There's a cite button that will create a automated version of an APA citation. These aren't always perfect. They often have like errors in things like capitalization, or sometimes they're missing bits and pieces of the citation, but they can be a good start if you double check them and cross check them against what you know an APA citation should look like. So those are a few of the basics in a specialized subject-specific database. Now we're going to go back to the main library page. And the last database we'll look at is Primo Discovery. It's not actually a database, it's a discovery tool that looks at all the databases it can find, as well as the library catalog, which would be records of the books we have here on the Seguin campus and books that we have electronically. So I'll try searching for remote work in Primo Discovery. So it found 70,000 and some results, and this is another place that it is great to look at the left-hand sidebar, look at the filters and limiters, and see what we can do to narrow down our results to get them a little more specific. In this case, the date is way at the bottom of the column here, and I'll hit refine to set that date. And in Primo Discovery, it gave us just one search box up here at the top to put in our keyword. So if we want to add another search box, we will click on Advanced Search. And then we can add our word management and also any other specifications we would want to do. And then within Primo Discovery, you can click on the results to get a little bit more detail. You can make an automatic citation. You can email it to yourself. You can click Available Online to get the full text, or if it's not, if that link isn't there, it would be a ILL interlibrary loan link. The last important button to know about in Primo Discovery is this one under Tweak My Results. It says Include More, Citation Only, and Open Access Results. So Primo Discovery by default only gives you things we have full text access to, and sometimes that's fine, but sometimes you want more. Sometimes you want to see everything you can find in the academic literature about your topic, whether or not we happen to have full text access to, because you can just interlibrary loan anything we don't have access to. So in that case, if you wanted to see more of the whole picture, you would click this toggle on so that you're including the citation only results as well. And then when you found one like this that said no online access, it would bring you to a interlibrary loan link. And those are the basics of Primo Discovery. All right, now we're back at the main page, and that was our quick tour of the library website. That's about all that I have, and have a great semester, and feel free to contact us anytime during your program with research questions and library questions. Thanks.